Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. Hello, my name is Siva Soraya Zafarina. You can call me Siva. My name meaning Siva is medicine. Soraya is the name of the princess from another country. So they named that in my name. Zafarina means Zava is not have a meaning. Rina is my mother's nickname. So my parents put my mother's nickname in my name. I was born at Jakarta 24th May 1998. Yeah, increases monitor, that's it. But if I at my home, I called Iva. Maybe Shiva is too long, so that's why I called Iva. And I feel alright. I was born when Jakarta is not peaceful again, until the president was changed at that time or after that time. I am 22 years old now. I came from high school named SMA Alpha Centauri. I live in Bandung. My hobbies are swimming, playing laptop, playing handphone, traveling, reading a novel, etc. Especially in traveling, I love it so much. That's amazing because I enjoy the moment's experience. I love to travel around the world, but just a little. My daily activities are tidy up the bed, cleaning the house, help my mother for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, eat, drink, studying at the campus or studying at the university. My dreams is I want to traveling around the world, but I need to relaxing and refreshing too. I traveled to many countries like South Korea, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, and Saudi Arabia for my umrah. My dream who I will be is I want to be a guide, travel or teacher or master ceremony MC, public speaker, especially master ceremony MC wedding because I love that atmosphere, so wonderful. I want to be a professional MC. Introduction. Braga Street, Indonesian Jalan Braga, is a street in the center of Bandung, Indonesia. Famous in 1920s colonial Indonesia as a promenade street, a European ambience of chic cafes, boutiques, and restaurants along the street propelled Bandung to attain the Dutch nickname Paris van Java, Paris of Java. Braga Street begins on a T-junction with Asia Africa Street, formerly the route was running north until the city council Balai Kota. Early history. The first name of the street was Kareweg. The city residents dubbed in Pedatiweg from the Indonesian language of horse-drawn carriage, Pedati, because it was a narrow street about 10 m or 30 feet wide that only carriage could pass through. The street was built only to connect the major Great Post Road with a coffee warehouse owned by a Dutch coffee plantation owner Andries de Wilde. The warehouse is now the seat of the city administration or Balai Kota. In 1856, when Bandung was the capital of Priangan Regency, some colonial houses were built along the dirt road of Braga Street with their houses. The trees, alang-alang grass, or other raw materials. In 1882, the theater group established itself at the south part of the street and the Tonel Braga. The name of the drama group became famous. Residents flocked into the street to watch the group's performance every night, and therefore the road was improved by stone pavements and oil lamps were installed. The street was at that time popularly known as the Braga Street. In 1890 and in 1800 and 1884, a railroad connecting Batavia to Bandung was laid down, and the city core grew rapidly. New buildings filled the southern end of the street, while the northern end was still a rubber tree forest. The street became more famous with a grocery store and the fries, which sold daily needs for plantation owners. Hotels, banks, cafes, and restaurants were opened, and the street transformed into a major shopping street. In the early 20th century, the street was the most important European shopping street in the Dutch Indies. Several well-known Western companies opened their stores in the street, including Chrysler, Plymouth, and Renault car distribution, colonial bookstores, watches and jewelry retailers, and boutique stores were common in the street for the high society building. In the 1900s, along with the Dutch East Indies government planned to move the capital from Batavia to Bandung. The government included Braga Street into part of town planning. In 1960, in 1906, the city council began replacing stone by asphalt and applying a new rule of designing new buildings at the street. Art Deco buildings began to decorate the street, and about 50% of which are still present with their original architecture. Starting from the south entrance, the Gedung Merdeka Independence Building stands at the corner, known as the venue of the 1955 Asian African Conference, built in 1895 as a clubhouse for the wealthy. The building was first named as the Concordia Society. The building was renovated twice in 1920 and 1928, the last of which was designed by two Dutch architects, Van Galen Last and J.P. Wolff Schoonmaker. It is now used as a museum of the conference. At the southeast corner of the cross-section between the Naripan Street and 8-story building is noticeable for its distinctive ocean wave style designed by Dutch architect A.F. Albers in 1936. The radical modern architecture building was used for the Danish, the Eerste Netherlands, Indische Spaarkas, or the first Dutch Indies savings bank. Albers applied the Amsterdam School architectural style with its strong impressionism dialect, shown by the rounded curves along the horizontal side and one vertical facade in the middle. But he put also the modernist architecture for the interior design. The building is still used as the headquarters of a regional bank, the Bank Jabar. What you have to do in Braga, you can it relaxing and refreshing your mind. You can see the old building like Museum Braga, the pub or the club in Braga, the karaoke buildings, etc. You must be excited in here because now Braga have a cinema in their mall, the comfortable mall, but also unique mall. Braga have just one big mall, and in the street also have so many paintings we can see in the street, and also like in real pictures or abstract pictures there, and that's cool for me. Maybe I must have the paintings. Do you think education should be free? Why or why not? I think education must be free if we like Finlandia and also many some other countries, because in some other country free money and facility for the bigger or for the people who don't have any money and don't have home, but the government give free money and facility for the bigger or for the people who don't have any money and don't have a home, so the people have money to buy something special food and also have house or home for them. But Indonesian condition isn't like that. Indonesia is not free now. Indonesia is not free for now. People who want have a high education and people who want to join kindergarten, junior high school, and senior high school must pay for the school and also for the university. No more free, I think. Yeah, okay. If we got a scholarship, we don't have to pay and it's free. So I think education must be free if Indonesian like Finlandia and also some other countries. It must be free, but looking from the Indonesian condition, I think that's not free and must pay for the school and the university. But I know kindergarten is the most cheapest in this country, but the beggar or the people who don't have any money and don't have home, they live in the street and they are ngamen, or in English is like playing music with the guitar or something like another instrument, or just a voice. They are singing every day to filling the bill, or I mean for they are keep alive, so they must be hard workers every day because they don't have house or home. So that's it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.